Hello everyone, Nigat here, and welcome to another match of LittleWarGame. Today's match is going to be a 1v1 between Mr. Avocadolord, playing with the red pieces, in the bottom left corner of Cursed Temple, versus his opponent Bscherm, playing with the blue pieces in the bottom right corner, again, Cursed Temple. Cursed Temple is a little bit of an interesting map in the sense that there's this passageway right in the middle that connects the two expands into each other. Kind of makes it a very small feeling map in the sense that there could be a lot of rushes going on. At the same time, it's very expansive, especially as we go towards the top corners. There's a lot of bases that kind of hover around this top area, as well as these bases in the middle. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you enjoy. I'm also enjoying creating this wonderful content. Excuse me. Yeah, so have had a little bit more time recently to be able to cast some of these videos, and I'm very excited to continue casting, especially as I continue moving forward into the summer. And getting to find these really great games. So a little bit of additional context for how these games were played. This is a replay, so this has already been played in the past, but it's a replay of a ranked game. So neither Bscherm nor Avocadolord got to pick the map, and so they're kind of just adapting and going for a style that'll help them play to the different challenges of this map, and one of those challenges being the fact that this middle portion connects both castles very quickly, and so it looks like both players going for a one den expand. Bscherm going for, looks like 3 wolves. Avocado also going for 3 wolves, and should be either getting a tower. Will either player get a tower? I'm not quite sure yet, but both players just roaming around with their wolves. Both players also keeping 2 wolves at home for the defense, and I'm assuming we do see those workers go out for a castle here. So completely mirrored builds at this point. Bscherm with the extra wolf, so he did delay his castle by a single wolf, while as actually no, this is Avocado. Avocado delayed his castle by a single wolf, and Bscherm was able to take his castle with 3 wolves, and then he's going to continue that wolf production with workers behind it, and should be pretty exciting to see how these games go. I do know that Avocadolord and Bscherm are relatively similar in skill. Avocadolord being one of those StarCraft players that was relatively new to the game about a year ago when the Hearthstone tournament was going on. And Bscherm around the same point in time, joined around the same time as Avocadolord. So definitely both players having a similar amount of exposure, but I have heard that Avocadolord has made it to Grandmasters in StarCraft 2 as well. So definitely going to be a good amount of skill expression from both these players. I know personally that Bscherm has practiced a lot, especially with currently I believe to be the strongest player in the game, with Mr. Haffy, and both of these players do follow that similar style that Haffy has gone for, with these den openings, and especially as we go into the new meta, with it being a new patch, experimenting with how those den openings go. It looks like Avocadolord is going for a little bit of a harassment play here with these 6 wolves to Bscherm's 6. However, Bscherm took a little bit of a bad trade earlier. It does look like Avocadolord needs to start moving his wolves away at this point, just to make sure that they don't get surrounded and picked off by these remaining wolves. Let's take a look at the production. Bscherm going for snakes as a follow-up here, so he is getting that snake charmer pit going, well as Avocadolord looks like he's just banking up some of his gold. I probably will see a second house very soon here. Both players around 100 APM, microing these wolves, making sure that no one loses anything. If we look at their vision at the bottom left here at the minimap, we can see that both players are primarily looking into this general area, making sure that they're not losing too many wolves, whereas Avocado is now microing at home, making sure he's getting that castle. And he will look to expand by sending out this worker. Same time, Bscherm does have that wolf that's going to be scouting for the expansion. Avocadolord gets in a little bit of a surround, so not too great of a position here. Bscherm taking out about 2 wolves. If we look at resources lost, both players have lost 2 wolves at this point. And Bscherm, I believe Bscherm had a wolf over here, and it looks like he gets caught by Avocadolord's workers. And he will not scout the fact that Avocadolord went for a scout here. Instead, Bscherm tried to do a little bit of a scouting move where he sent his wolf in, but it got caught, and he's not able to scout the main base anymore. Avocadolord has a wolf at potential third base locations, just to see if his opponent is expanding. Doesn't look to be the case at this point. In fact, Bscherm going for 4 den production. That's a huge amount of production at 2 base. Basically signals a very threatening all-in. These snakes are going to be extremely effective in the back line here. As long as they have enough wolves to buffer for these snakes, Bscherm should be getting good fights. However, Avocadolord is making a good amount of progress in getting his third base up and finished, and it looks like he is going to take the economy lead as a result of getting this third base up. Bscherm trying to catch up with the third base of his own, but he is prioritizing the production, I believe. It does look like Bscherm needs to make sure he finishes his house. So Bscherm kind of just getting caught by a little bit of a supply block here, making it so that he is not able to efficiently produce, and as a result, he kind of has to go into this eco play while building that house for additional supply. Avocadolord using these birds as well as some scouting wolves just to make sure that he's not going to get caught. Bscherm also has this wolf over in his opponent's base here to kind of just scout for the fact that it is a third, and he does decide to go for this move out here. So now we see the snakes versus snakes with wolves. Wolves definitely need to make sure that they get a good surround here. Snakes in the background for Bscherm doing a tremendous amount of damage. The kiting is coming through. Avocadolord is able to move aggressively onto these wolves because his wolf count is just a little bit more healthy, but Bscherm taking a relatively good trade. Actually, the gold lost for both of these players has been very low so far, I would say. If we take a look at the units lost, looks like 9 wolves lost for Bscherm here versus or 8 for Bscherm and 9 for Avocadolord. Does look like we lose a bird here as well, so that'll be factored into the gold lost. Regardless, Avocadolord has been able to mine slightly more, and he does have that 10 worker lead. Bscherm is able to finally get his third base up. Not too sure about this house placement. It is going to cause these workers to have a little bit less efficient. Oh, maybe not as inefficient as I thought. That doesn't seem too inefficient, actually. Bscherm going for an aggressive move onto the third base. Where's Avocadolord's army? Looks like it's moving out to the natural. Avocadolord is going to be losing his third base due to the fact that his army is out of position. Bscherm using these worker hold micro to make sure that this tower finishes, and the fact that he's going to be able to utilize all of his workers in his natural to keep him safe against this Avocadolord push here. At the same time, trying to get a new third base. So instead of defending this, he's trying to get a new third base. Bscherm responding by continuing his push. Avocadolord not getting as much success as he wanted. Bscherm definitely needs to send those back to mine, which it does look like he does. And then at the same time, Avocadolord having to pull workers to try to defend against this push by Bscherm. He is going to start to lose a considerable amount of his eco, especially with snakes being in the background, being able to efficiently hit all of these workers. They're going to get a tremendous amount of value. Wolves in the front just serving as the perfect buffer against all of this. These snakes doing so much damage already. Avocadolord having lost a huge amount of workers, 13 workers at this point. Avocadolord responds by sending in his entire army basically into the natural, and it looks like he got a couple worker kills of his own. So much going on both sides of the map. Avocado Lord chasing Bscherm's workers, trying to make his way back into the game. Bscherm does have some mining at his third going on, which is good to see, but at the same time, Bscherm is able to finally bring these snakes into the engagement here. Does look like Avocado Lord decides to target down the werewolf den, and as a result, he does get that building, which costs around 300 gold, if I remember, but it does come at the cost of losing Avocado Lord's entire army here. And if we take a look at the units lost, or not just the units lost, obviously Avocado Lord has lost more units at this point, but if we take a look at the gold lost, Avocado Lord has essentially lost about 1,000, let's do some quick math, 1,400, 300 more gold than his opponent at this point. Bscherm making an aggressive move into the middle of the map. It needs to be very careful. His snakes are going to be great here. However, he doesn't have the wolves to buffer for these snakes, and as a result, he's going to need to move back into his natural, where he can have these workers block for him. This wolf going around trying to scout. Bscherm sending that back home. Not exactly quite sure, but workers on hold position. Snakes behind the workers are going to be able to do a considerable amount of damage. Bscherm does need to finish the tower here, and then he should be able to stabilize. Avocado Lord still on 3 bases, still on a relatively low worker count, and we do see that Avocado Lord is just trying to find damage wherever he possibly can. Workers standing in front of the tower is going to make it very difficult for those wolves to get too much damage. Bscherm responds by trying to defend all of this, and it looks like we're in a very interesting spot. Bscherm needing to continue his production. He definitely cannot relax on his production, because it does look like Avocado Lord is able to start coming back into the game, simply because Bscherm doesn't have the army production to kind of stabilize. And if Avocado Lord continues to lose wolves, Bscherm is going to be able to stabilize, and then all of a sudden Avocado is going to be in trouble, because he still doesn't have that worker count to stick with Bscherm here. Repairing the third base from Bscherm, continuing production, and now getting werewolf production with these +1 attack upgrades is going to be huge, especially when we pair those with snakes. It'll be very big. Bscherm already having +1 attack for his beast units. Avocado Lord having +2 attack. If we take a look over there, wouldn't mind if we just see Avocado Lord focusing on his macro, and it does look like he is starting to catch up in that worker count. Potentially could take a 4th once he's able to stabilize himself. Bscherm going for a little bit of an airship play, which Avocado Lord is going to be able to scout the fact that Bscherm does have the airship or the advanced workshop, as well as the werewolf den. So werewolf drops is a possibility here from Bscherm. At the same time, Bscherm doesn't have too much map vision if we take a look at what's going on, but it does look like Avocado Lord is about to lose 5 or 6 wolves here in the third base of Bscherm, which is not very good, especially considering the supply, with Avocado Lord having about 70 supply and Bscherm having about 90. So far, it looks like Bscherm is having a good game in this position. Just Avocado Lord losing a lot of units throughout this entire game. Does look like Bscherm, Bscherm just was looking over on this side of the map, and it looks like he's going to try to expand to a 4th base, continue to grow his eco lead. Werewolves are out, so Bscherm is going to take this opportunity to look for as much damage as he possibly can against these worker lines. Just pulling the worker lines in the first place is already a good amount of damage, because that means about 1/3 of Avocado Lord's economy isn't producing anymore. Does look like Bscherm is going to start targeting down the third base of Avocado Lord. And if Avocado Lord doesn't have his units into position, there's no way he's going to be able to defend this. Bscherm doing a little bit of a tricky move, scouting to see if there's a third base here or not, but will gladly take these 2 free houses if Avocado Lord is going to not defend those houses as well. I kind of wish he would have finished that off, but does see that he is in a position where he needs to be microing his army. So very curious to see how these armies are going to micro into each other. If we take a look Bscherm going for 2 additional dens, making sure his economy is going up, as well as this werewolf and snake drop is going to be incoming for avocadolord to have to deal with here. Do see that these wolves are chasing down the werewolves pretty effectively. Actually wouldn't mind seeing defense upgrades coming online. That usually keeps werewolves alive for a very long time. Werewolf drop being pretty effective here. Avocadolord having to micro in 2 separate places to make sure he doesn't lose too much to the drop, and at the same time trying to do pressure to his opponent. Bscherm splitting up his main army here so that he can get the flank. Avocadolord is able to scout this a little bit, does know that he's about to get flanked, is able to destroy the house. At the same time, Bscherm landing into the third base of Avocadolord is going to be able to do a considerable amount of damage, especially with that smash coming online. Avocadolord at the same time having to do a bit of aggressive moves against these werewolves into this army. Does look like Avocadolord will end up losing a bit of his army there. Bscherm should be able to come back in and micro both this airship as well as his chasing army here. So again, let's take a look at the eco. Bscherm having mined more and having lost less is going to be a very good situation for himself. Avocadolord with that airship drop micro is able to start dropping this ballista onto the werewolf and onto the airship. Is going to see that the werewolf is going to ultimately go down. The airship definitely going down, but ultimately that werewolf drop is defended by that airship micro there. It does look like another snake was able to come in. Bscherm taking some special care to micro the snake so that it can get as many kills as it possibly can. At the same time, if we look at the eco of Bscherm, do see that he's around the 40 worker mark, and thus is more than doubling his opponent's economy, especially as Avocadolord had to pull away from his main base to defend against that drop. Bscherm just using his very fast, agile units to scout for more potential bases, sending these guys in to deny the fourth. At the same time, he's got to be careful not to lose too many units in the center of the map for free, especially if Avocadolord decides to go for a little bit of an all-in. That is a possibility. Bscherm picking up his snakes that could have died there. Definitely need to see Bscherm continuing to produce out of all of his dens while this is all going on. Yeah, Bscherm getting a good amount of damage. Avocadolord trying to save as many of his workers as possible by lifting with his airship. At the same time, doing a little bit of harassment. Five werewolves. 5 werewolves is a huge amount of werewolves to have to defend against. Bscherm continuing to produce at home. Wouldn't actually mind if we started seeing some air units so that we can combat and counter those airships, but Bscherm just completely dominating the eco side of this game, crushing this third base of Avocadolord. I wouldn't mind just seeing that both of these buildings get targeted, and now it's essentially 1 base against 3 base here. However, Avocadolord is putting in a lot of pressure at Bscherm's third base here, so that's good to see again. Still those 5 werewolves. However, we want to make sure that we don't lose too much HP on those werewolves, because if these 5 werewolves end up dying, then that's a lot of the pressure that these werewolves have, that Avocadolord has, that'll be negated. And Avocadolord can't just survive off of 1 base. He needs this to do a lot of damage in order to potentially win the game. Bscherm continuing to move. Looks like he's trying to do another expand here. Just trying to spend as much of the gold that he has, but I really just want to see him produce. Just constant wolf, constant snake production, getting more houses. I really don't care about getting additional castles. That's not really what matters at this point, especially when you know your opponent is on 1 base. Just continuing to produce economy, or continuing to increase your den count is, I think, what is the most important thing here. However, mass snakes is looking quite unstoppable in this position, especially if Bscherm starts to kite this back behind the werewolf here. Workers being pulled to try to defend. Again, those 5 werewolves trying to do as much damage as they possibly can, but Bscherm is denying all the mining of Avocadolord, and basically once Avocadolord spends his last gold, he's not going to be able to mine essentially anything more. So just continuing to get production here, just continue to produce Bscherm, getting these dragons, continuing to get the upgrades, and then Bscherm should be in an amazing position to win this game. Avocadolord down to his last castle. Where these snakes doing a considerable amount of damage to these werewolves, especially when they have +4 attack, and the werewolves only have 4 armor at this point. Yeah, just workers completely disappear to these snakes here, and Avocadolord is going to be completely out of workers. At the same time, he is trying to do his best to get some damage on the other side of the map, but like I said, Avocadolord essentially has no more defense into Bscherm's base here. You could argue that Avocadolord is trying to do a base trade here, but these snakes just attack so quickly and they have so much damage. And at the same time, Bscherm's also got workers around the map. He can start building additional dens. And so this is very clearly a very good game for Bscherm. Very well played by him. Very well played by Avocadolord as well, especially seeing those mirrored openings, how quickly both players played, but ultimately extremely good, extremely fun game to see from both of these players, especially playing this den style. Alrighty guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe if you want to continue watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.